Hey, my name is Attorney Walter Flount III. We're going to be going into hypothetical set number 6, which are 5 hypotheticals we use to think outside of the box. And the purpose of this is to teach you how to basically start thinking outside of the box, to go ahead and be able to create a bill with us. We're going to learn how to write a bill, to actually use it to push the politicians to put it into law. So, also remember, the best way you can always help me out, if I'm helping you out in any way, is to leave 5 stars on one of these websites. I really, really appreciate it. They help me be competitive against all these other groups out there. The mega big box law firms have millions upon millions of dollars to be competitive by advertising. Here we go. Number 1. What if theft was never committed? What if nobody ever stole anything? Right? What if theft was never committed? Well, we wouldn't have locked doors. We wouldn't have gates. We wouldn't have walls. We wouldn't have cars with doors on them. We just, or we might because of the rain and the sun and the air conditioning. But, start to think about that. How would that change things if we weren't worried about theft? We wouldn't have safes. We wouldn't have banks. What if trespassing was never committed? So nobody ever went on anybody's property at all. Well, you could just put things in the middle of your property and it would be safe. You wouldn't have to worry about creating perimeters and zones to keep people out. Number 3, what if murder was impossible? What if people had the God gene, which is like, they can never be killed? Well, the God gene's more than that. That's... You can never be killed. You can live forever. Blah, blah, blah. There's a zillion, you're omnipotent and blah, blah. But think about that. That's an interesting. What if murder was impossible? You couldn't kill somebody. How would guns be different? How would knives be different? Would we even need them? Would we use them? What if humans couldn't die, but could only give up their life to make a new human? What if humans couldn't die, but could only give up their life to make a new human? Well, I'll tell you this, women would have the shitty deal on that side. Unless men and women could make people, but that's in addition to the hypothetical that wasn't originally in there. So let's see, that population would obviously drag way down because the females would be replaced by potential males, and then it would just be a potential full male population, and the population would die out. Because let's call it like it is, a lot of women are not going to want to give up their life if they can't die unless they had experienced as much as they wanted and then said, okay, I'll give it to somebody else. But who would do that? If you could live forever, who would do that? Who would give up their life to create something new? In that society, the way it would probably happen on Earth is that anybody that was new would probably be manipulated into slavery and then basically become part of this mega corporation that would make them all do certain things to help enhance the life of those individuals who had already been living longer. People just wouldn't educate the new youth. What if you were born knowing everything that you would die knowing? Oof. What if you were born knowing everything that you would die knowing? Well, it would take a lot of the excitement out of things. You wouldn't know snowboarding, you could break your arm. You wouldn't know riding that horse would be exhilarating, or, jumping that fence, amazing. You wouldn't know... You wouldn't be so bad at certain subjects in school because you'd already have the knowledge. Would you even need school? Well, you would, because the system would fail if you weren't schooled and then, you died and then you were born, if you were born without your knowledge. So that's a tough question. That's one of those, yin and yang things. What if you were born knowing everything that you would die knowing? Because this is like the future stuff. When they can just put a chip in your head or inject information into your brain, you're essentially getting a foundation, a plateau to stand on of things that you would know, which a lot of people don't realize. But knowledge, knowledge is key. Knowledge is a luxury. kind of like energy, kind of like the internet, stuff like that. Knowledge is a luxury. No matter how you put it, knowledge is a luxury. If you go to school, that's a luxury. If you get, a newfound grouping of knowledge, that's a luxury. So, interesting. To be born with the greatest luxury that could be given to you. That's an interesting one. Alright guys, the whole point of this is to start to stretch your mind so that you can start thinking outside of the box when we go to write this bill. I hope these help you. We're going to be going on to hypothetical grouping number 7. My name is Attorney Walter Knott with Disability Resolution PA. If you want the most up-to-date information or you want to catch up with me, that's fine. I'll let Shadow in a second. That's fine. I had to lock the door because he keeps going in and out, and the bugs keep coming in. But bottom line is this: if you want to catch up, I go live on YouTube 8 to 10 every Thursday Eastern Standard Time. You can ask me whatever questions you want to then. If you want to catch up with me through the law firm, that's fine too. Just shoot me an email or give me a call. Have an absolutely wonderful night. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.